It's time for high school football. This week we turn back the clock to October 14th, 2011, and the Week 7 matchup between Dutchtown and East Ascension at Griffin Field. A couple of streaks were on the line for the Griffins, 18 straight regular season wins dating back to 2009, and also 5 straight wins over their parish neighbors from Gonzales. The task would not be easy, as Dutchtown's multi-talented star Landon Collins was held out of the first half for discipline reasons, and EA would take advantage with a halftime lead before the future NFL All-Pro would return in the second half. Easton Roth and myself, Lyle Boudreau, have the call on this week's Ascension Glory Days on the EATEL Game of the Week. We are at Griffin Field, where we have got high school football tonight between the second-ranked Dutchtown Griffins, undefeated at 6-0 on the year, and the East Ascension Spartans at 4-2, a pair of Ascension Parish teams meeting here tonight on Week 7 on our Game of the Week. I'm Lyle Boudreau along with Easton Ross and Jenna LeVere as we've got football tonight. The second-ranked Dutchtown Griffins, Spartans getting ready to come out on the field. Going to have a big crowd here tonight, Easton. We should have a good matchup. Spartans trying to rebound after last week's loss to McKinley. Dutchtown just wanting to keep that train moving.
Well, right now, Dutchtown ranked number 2 in the state, and they're way up in the power ratings. But the big news, East Ascension coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to McKinley, a game they felt, you see the sports where they felt that they should have won. On the other hand, Dutchtown a huge win over Santamar. But, in this game right here, huge crowd here tonight. Anything can happen. The Spartans hoping that some good things could happen to them tonight.
Ever since Week 1, when we had Tropical Storm Lee paying a visit to the area, it has been ideal football conditions. To find out about tonight, the third member of our crew, Jenna LeVere, down on the sidelines. Jenna, what's it like down there tonight?
Right now, it's currently 79 degrees, but it feels wonderful down here in Griffin Stadium. These two teams do have a history. This is the 9th meeting that these two teams actually meet, and the Griffins lead the series 5-3. Now, Coach Saya, he's the only coach that Dutchtown has ever had, so he's coached all throughout the series. While on the other side of the field, we have Paul Bourgeois, and he's the 3rd coach during this series. So, y'all, we're excited for this exciting matchup with these two teams for Ascension Parish. But if you take a look at my microphone here, I actually have a pink ribbon strip here. One of the trainers from Dutchtown put that on for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so I'm sporting it here tonight on the field. Well, we're excited what's going to happen down here. It's looking great. The field looks great. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Jenna. As we have the second week in a row for Dutchtown. Last week they played Santamar, so they get their 2 parish matchups back-to-back. As you can see, 79 degrees. Couldn't ask for, really, the weather has been outstanding throughout this football season. And, tonight's going to be a perfect night for football. Got a huge crowd that's going to be here. This is going to be one of the biggest crowds maybe that these two teams have ever played in front of here at Griffin Field tonight.
Yeah, I would think you're correct there, Lon. I'm talking to Coach Chris Daigle, also Coach Blake Kling before the ball game tonight. And they said the same thing, that the weather has just been unbelievable through the first 7 weeks.
All right, guys, y'all shake hands. Introduce yourselves.
Number 88.
All right, guys, how y'all doing tonight? Doing all right? All right. All right, guys, you guys in charge for me, okay? Any problems, take care of your teams. Keep them under control. I expect good sportsmanship from both sides, okay? All right, any problems, make sure you go take care of them. Don't let us have to do it, okay? Heads, tails. Which one? Tails. Tails? And it is tails. You won the toss. Defer. Okay. EA has won the toss and defers. You want the ball. You want the ball. Which way you want to kick? You want to kick this way? All right, black around this way, white right there. I don't think Coach would have been too happy with that call. Okay, Santamar's going to receive, guys. Y'all shake hands. Let's have a good one.
Well, let's hope the last mistake that the officials make tonight is going to be who is going to receive, because we've got Dutchtown and East Ascension.
We thought it was Santamar.
Referee saying that Santamar was going to receive, but it's going to be the Griffin offense out first, and what an offense they have had this year. For Dutchtown, they're 6-0. They won 18 in a row in the regular season, ranked number 2 in the state. Quite a job for Coach Benny Saya. But, the thing is they really haven't played a lot of games where they've gone with their first unit for 4 quarters. They've had leads where they've been able to really rest their players a lot.
And that's a nice problem to have.
Oh, no, but they've had that problem all year long. If you want to consider that a problem, that's one of those good problems to have.
And like you see in the screen right there, they're averaging 388 yards per game, but 306 of that is rushing the football. That's time-consuming. They're able to eat up the clock. They're able to hurt you in one play. They got the speed there. They're only 82 yards passing, but really they haven't had to pass. They've been running the ball right down people's throats.
But as you take a look at those offensive numbers for Dutchtown, it's almost the only thing that really changes, I think, are the players. Because they have always been a run team.
Oh, they're going to run first.
Run first,
no doubt.
pass second. So they're always going to be a little bit around 100 yards or less throwing the football because they run it so well.
That's been Benny Sayers' philosophy since he's been here, and he's never going to change. He wants to run first. He's been very successful in doing that.
We're going to have football as kicking it off will be Mason Decato. EA tonight's going to be decked out in their all whites. Dutchtown will be wearing their home black, and we are underway on what's going to be a short kick. And it's going to go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Let's take a look now at the Griffins on offense. We expect to see Mason Nickens at quarterback. Landon Collins, of course, everybody not only around here but in the state and the nation talking about that young man. Fullback expected to be Michael Davis. Torrance Mosley, one of the wideouts. Last week he was way more involved in their offense because they put him in the Wildcat formation, and he ran the football a number of times against the Santa Monica Gators. We've already got a change. Landon Collins is not in the backfield.
Right.
That's going to be Antoine Magrass is going to start at running back. Snap it back to Nickens, and this is Magrass. So Antoine Magrass gets to start in the backfield. And for Magrass, he'll pick up short yardage on a first down run. Magrass with 304 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns coming into the ball game. Here's a look at the Spartans up front. East Ascension defensively led by DeAndre Darville. They also got a very active secondary, Sharper, Stevens, Grayson, and Watts. They are going to be tested tonight.
This defense for the Spartans only giving up 119 yards per game rushing. Let's see if they can slow down this running attack of the Dutchtown Griffins.
Magrass gets the handoff across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. He's going to come up about a yard short. So 2 running plays for Dutchtown to begin the ball game is going to get them 9 yards, and it will now bring up 3rd down and 1.
And this would be a big boost right here for East Ascension. They can hold the Griffins from a first down, but the Griffins are lining up right now with 2 tight ends, and they're going to power it in there.
Antoine Magrass, a junior. 3rd down and 1. 3 carries in a row for Magrass. This is going to be for a first down and a lot more. He's out of bounds around midfield as he's going to be brought down in the Spartan secondary on a nice tackle by Darren Sharper. Got a Griffin shaken up, but Antoine Magrass so far, he's got him going, but there's also a flag, so this one's all going to come back. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the spotted foul. 3rd down.
Michael Davis was the shaken up Griffin. Davis is the fullback, and the fullback in the Dutchtown offense, they never carry the football.
They block us, though.
Griffins last year did not have a carry by their fullback. Going to bring up now 3rd down and about 7. Dutchtown's going to snap this from their own 16-yard line. Magrass lines up to the right of Nickens, trips far side. Nickens back to throw. Mason sets it up, intercepted. This ball is picked off. First one thrown by Nickens this year, and it's going to be returned back by Reuben Stevens as Stevens picks off his 2nd pass of the year, and they are going crazy across the way as the Spartans get the turnover to start this ball game.
Real good coverage that time. Finally, Nickens lets it go, overthrows his receiver. There it is right there. Reuben Stevens picks it up and gives East Ascension great field position at the Griffin 22-yard line.
Mason Nickens had not thrown an interception through the first 6 weeks of the season, and that holding penalty, which wiped out a first down and a 1st and 10 around midfield, ends up becoming a turnover. And out of Miller's got Jamarcus Jarvis and Michael Sparrow to his left and right. This is going to be Jarvis on a first down run to the 20-yard line.
Up easy,
as that place was
easy.
returned down to the 22-yard line as the Spartans on offense are going to get great field position. Sione Palele not in the starting lineup. Michael Sparrow is at running back along with Jarvis.
All right, we got
there
two.
you see the rest of the Spartan starters on offense. Second down now and about 8 coming up.
Griffin defense giving up about 140 yards per game rushing.
Sparrow and Jarvis. Jarvis looks to go wide. That's a nice hard run that time by Jamarcus Jarvis. He's going to get down to the 15-yard line. Spartans are going to need about 2. Jarvis began the day with 572 yards rushing. Here's a look at the defense for the Griffins. Bureau, Klain, Collins, and Reed in the secondary. Elias Davis, Baptiste, and Joshua up front. Jarvis really not going where he needs to go, and that's forward.
He should have turned it up.
Brought down by Shelby Christie.
Good job by Chris at that time. Look at that, keeping outside leverage right there. Jarvis should have saw that coming and tried to cut it up and get it, but Spartans will go for it right here in 4th and about 1.
Christie playing both ways right now.
Yeah, that's unusual.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 2. Spartans to go for it. Saw the speed of Dutchtown a moment ago defensively. That time Jarvis just could not outrun the defenders.
Couldn't outrun
and
Christie.
Pick up that first down. Long count, Spartans go for it. Jarvis, he'll power ahead. It's going to be 1st and goal. East Ascension down at the 9-yard line. Straight ahead run that time, and this may be where you see the Spartans go.
I tell you
instead
what,
of side to side.
Good double team that time by the interior of the Spartan offensive line, opening up that hole for Jarvis. They just had a surge and drove the defense of Dutchtown backwards.
We're seeing Landon Collins right now. He's on the sidelines. He's walking around, got his helmet in his hand as we're under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Flip it out here to Jarvis. Jarvis is down to the 5-yard line as he takes in the first pass from Adam Miller. Miller now 51 for 108 after that completion to Jarvis, which is the 12th reception for Jamarcus. And it's 2nd down and goal to go.
You know, I'm talking to the Dutchtown coaches before the ball game. Not a single one said anything about Landon Collins not going either way. But right now, he has not set a foot on that field other than to warm up.
Trips formation now far side. Jarvis to Miller's left. Miller's going to keep it. Miller's inside the 5, and I mean stopped immediately right at the 5. He did not penetrate once he got to the 5-yard stripe, and it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Got a Griffin down, slow to get up, and a timeout will be called. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. DeAndre Ennis is going to go in the Wildcat position for East Ascension. So the Spartans are going to direct snap it to Ennis. We saw a little bit of this offensive formation against Denham Springs, and it was very successful against the Yellow Jackets.
Ennis with a lot of speed.
This is 3rd and goal. Ennis is going to keep it. Ennis is in the end zone. Spartans have scored following the turnover on the intercepted pass, and DeAndre Ennis from 5 yards out gives East Ascension the lead at 6-0.
Yeah, DeAndre Ennis took that direct snap. He knows he knew where he wanted to go, but great blocking, watching it right up front by the fullback leading right there, and he walked into the end zone untouched. So the Spartans jump out to a quick lead in this ball game. I think that puts a lot of people in shock on both sides of this field. 4 touchdowns now for DeAndre Ennis, 2 rushing and 2 receiving. Mason Decato, 19 of 20 in extra points this year. And the kick is bobbled, picked up by Miller, throws it in the end zone. Spelligy! How about that for a 2-point conversion? Miller couldn't handle the snapback. Spelligy's got the 2-point conversion. And you got an 8-0 ball game as we take a look at this. 2-point successful try again. Great job by the quarterback in all probability, hollering red, red, red. You see Spelligy released right there. Out jumped the defender for the 2 points, and that is big.
Spartans got lucky there because Miller simply dropped the snap.
Yep.
But it turns out good. 7:55 left in our first quarter in a shock. East Ascension over Dutchtown, 8-0. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in the first quarter. And on what will now be 4th down, Terry Hughes, who hadn't punted a lot. This is week 7. Hughes is only going to be punting for the 15th time this year.
Got a great leg.
Has an outstanding average, 40.2 yards a kick. Just hadn't really done much punting.
Never had to.
This will be his 15th of the year.
Beauty.
Oh, a nice kick. Duranzelet is back, fumbles it, got a good bounce, and he's got something to work with. He's got one man to beat, and that is the punter. Duranzelet is going to go to the house. There are no flags. There are no flags. This is going to be a touchdown, and what a shocker we got at Griffin Field right now.
I tell you, the fans on the other side, they just show a shot of that. Unbelievable. Watch right here, Duranzelet.
Hold up, though. They're going to bring this one back. This one is coming back. He may have stepped out of back. Well, I don't know what they're calling.
I don't know what they're calling. We've seen the They got a flag down on about the 12-yard line.
You know what I think it might be? See, did he try to call for a fair catch?
He went back. I didn't think he tried intentionally to call for a fair catch.
It is. Blocking the back.
Blocking the back. That's what it is.
Wow.
I was spot ahead that figured out all the way.
What a nice run back by Duranzelet, as you can see. Once
against the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Duranzelet, once he got out in the space,
he was gone.
He was able to do a good job.
Boy, I tell you, that takes a lot of steam out of you right there. 8 points is tough to overcome, but 2 touchdowns early like this really put you at a disadvantage.
Spartans now backed up inside their 10. They look to go wide. This is Palele. Palele hadn't done a lot of practicing all week long because he had concussion-like symptoms last week against McKinley. This will not get him back to the line of scrimmage with his first touch of the night.
He was cleared to play in this ball game this morning by the doctor. Palele with 50 carries for 484 yards, averaging close to 10 yards per carry.
He'll lose a yard. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and about 11. Clock's under 5 minutes now to go in our first quarter. Spartan defense has played well on 2 possessions by Dutchtown. This run up the middle is not going to get a whole lot. Spartans right now maybe just looking for some breathing room as the senior Jamarcus Jarvis on the carry. The touchdown's a 5-yard run by DeAndre Ennis. 2-point conversion went from Adam Miller to Devin Spelagine.
But big play right here if Dutchtown can hold. They're going to get the ball in real good field position, trailing 8-zip.
3rd down now and about 8 for East Ascension.
Let's see if EA puts it up for the first time in this ball game. And they will.
Miller rolling. He's got the time and he's got a receiver wide open. And that is going to be a first down as that catch is made by Tyler Briley. Briley catches his 4th pass of the year, and that is a wide open Briley. Miller found him on the run, and that is going to move the sticks, and that's a big first down.
That was a great job by Miller that time, rolling out to his right there. Briley ran a good route. They also had a receiver open, running deep.
This is straight ahead power football. Jarvis breaking a tackle, didn't have much in the beginning. But you know, a moment ago, that play we saw, as we look at the numbers on Jamarcus Jarvis, but a moment ago, that pass by Miller on that 3rd down conversion, we'll see that from him sometimes where he really gets it done, and then the next time, it's kind of like, where'd that pass go?
Well, that was a good pass he just threw there.
But it was a big play, too, because it's going to keep this drive alive. Had they had to punt from there, you figure the Griffins would have got great field position. This is Ennis and that Wildcat. Ennis has got the football, and he's going to be right out of first down run. This is the same formation they scored the touchdown on, and they run it right out of first down, and it will be enough for the first down. So 2 runs by Ennis, a touchdown, and now this first down.
Again, good blocking up front by the Spartans. Good job right there, but outside receiver Brawley blocking, and it's a big first down for East Ascension, controlling that clock here in the first quarter.
Landon Collins still on the sidelines. 1st and 10 for East Ascension now. Spartans are at their 33. Stay with the Wildcat. Stay with Ennis.
Good run.
Ennis breaks tackles. Ennis is still on his feet. He's out to the 40-yard line is where they're going to spot him. And right now, the aggressive team of the young men in white, that's the Spartans. They have come here right now against the second-ranked team in the state, the Dutchtown Griffins.
Yeah.
And the Spartans have played extremely well in a quarter that's now under 3 minutes to go in it.
And you think the game they lost last week to McKinley coming back this strong says something about the character of the Spartan team.
2nd down after about a 7-yard run. Spartans need to get it out to the 43-yard line. They're going to snap this one from the 40. Adam Miller is the quarterback. Jarvis to his right. Miller quickly throws it, and it is intercepted. No, on the ground. And you know,
that's what you were just talking about.
Just spoke about these throws by Miller sometimes are so good. That pass had no chance.
Well, he threw it into a lot of coverage. He had guys open. He threw it to the wrong guy. Very, very lucky to get away with that one.
So it's going to now bring up 3rd down with 2:31 to go in our first quarter. Adam Miller's going to come and go to a wide receiver position. They'll snap it back to Ennis in the Wildcat formation.
You would think Ennis would be the guy who would get the ball. Palele's in the backfield with him. Plays being settled in from the sideline by Coach McCready.
So Ennis. Fake it to the motion man. Ennis is going to try to go wide. Cuts it up. Boy, Ennis is running like a young man possessed. He didn't have much blocking, but he's got a first down run. Right now, this is DeAndres Ennis.
Key block right there for number 80. Number 80 did a good job, but watch the determination right there of Ennis.
He just ran over people right there.
He ran over people, picked up the last 4 or 5 yards on his own, kept those legs moving.
I don't think initially he had the first down.
No, he didn't. He was stopped a couple yards short.
Continue going and get a first down.
East Ascension moving the ball pretty good on the ground. They're coming right at him.
Spartans are now at their own 44. They have moved out from inside their own 10, so nice second drive with this quarter going. Miller, the quarterback. Palele to his right. Inside handoff. Palele hit a wall, bounces out. Not going to get much. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but you know, Dutchtown right now doesn't seem to be wrapping up real well in this first quarter.
Okay, well, he was stopped maybe a yard behind the line that time. Palele bounced out, but just couldn't outrun the secondary. We got 2nd 10 still. Palele right there, 484 yards.
Palele 5 touchdowns this season. We got another Griffin down and shaken up on the field.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
2nd down and 9. Miller is in at quarterback. Good look at the senior signal caller. Fakes it to Briley, goes back the other way. Sniffed out by the Griffins. But some positive yardage by the Spartans. That time East Ascension went one way, then threw back the other way. Dutchtown had it covered pretty well. Ennis made the reception.
So you got to be careful out there that time. Miller looked off to his right, came back to Ennis on a little bubble to the left right there. Good job, Ennis picking up some yards at all because he was stopped. Picks up a big 3rd and about 5.
A lot of times, though, that play will work because you'll get the defense to go that first fake, and then you try to come back the other way, but that time Dutchtown was ready for it. Miller rolling out, airing it up. Got Spelagine, brought it in. What a first quarter for Devin Spelagine.
It's the best ball game he's played all year.
Great throw by Miller, and that it had a lot of air under it.
But I tell you what, a great catch right there by Spelagine on a run right there. He was pretty well covered, but he was just a little bit too tall for that defender. Good throw by Miller. Good play by Spelagine.
Spelagine with 5 receptions coming in. He's already caught a 2-point conversion. Now he makes his sixth catch of the year.
Now, no pressure on Miller at all when he's dropped back in this ball game up to this point. Dutchtown with a 3-man front. He able to trip to the left.
Boy, Miller has come up large throwing it on third downs tonight.
Made some big plays.
He's hit him twice on this drive. Here is Palele inside. Not a lot there. Lucas Shipman, one of the tacklers for Dutchtown, the linebacker. Shipman brings it down really right out about the line of scrimmage. Might have got a half yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Palele has made a lot of yards in that play this year. This time it didn't work, pulling that backside guard and tackle play following them. But that time the Griffins had that one smelled out.
You look at Adam Miller on his 3rd down conversions in this quarter. He also did a good job after bobbling the snap on the point after touchdown and threw the 2-point conversion. Could be the final play of the quarter. Miller's going to roll out to throw. Miller throws it, and it's intercepted. There is a flag down, but you figure this is going to be holding. There is a flag down, and not a good throw at all by Adam Miller.
Through the crowd right there. Receiver was very well covered. It was picked off by Dutchtown. Why that flag is thrown? Got to be a hold. Let's see what's going to happen.
I believe that was David Crane on the interception. It is David Crane, and that's going to be his first interception of the year.
Want the ball, right? On the offense. I also have an ineligible downfield on the offense. Both were declined. 1st down.
Well, with 9 seconds to go in the first quarter, if you're East Ascension, you cannot afford to be in the red zone and commit that type of mistake.
Not at all, Lyle. You had 2 downs right there. The guy was covered. Not a really very good throw by Alan Miller. A mistake is made. Sparks had a touchdown call back, going in for another one. And you can't make those kind of mistakes against a quality team like Dutchtown High School. Sooner or later, you're going to pay for it.
Adam Miller just threw his 5th interception of the year. Mason Nickens has thrown his 1st of the year. That set up the only score of the ball game, a 5-yard run by DeAndre Ennis. This is going to be a keeper by Mason Nickens deep in his own goal line. And Nickens is going to run for a 1st down out across the 15-yard line. And that will be the final play of quarter number 1 as Mason and the Griffin offense is going to head to the other end. But a nice run to give them some breathing room by Mason Nickens.
Good fake right there. Good blocking by the right side of the Dutchtown line. Nickens right there picks up a big 1st down.
9th meeting between East Ascension and Dutchtown. 1st quarter in the books. Spartans by 8. We head to the 2nd. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Lyle Boudreaux along with Easton Roth and Jenna LeVere back at Griffin Field. 2nd quarter will begin with a 1st down and 10. Torrance Mosley or Corey McBride. There is a fumble. Spartans say they have recovered, and they do.
Good hit right there. Ball came out. Spartans all over it right there. It's picked up. Looks like Dex Tomplay, number 90, came up with the football.
Dex Tomplay did pick it up. That was Torrance Mosley on the carry. Left it on the ground, and the Spartans are going to get the 2nd turnover by Dutchtown.
You got to take advantage of it. Took advantage of the 1st one.
And East Ascension now in great field position. Thought maybe we might see Landon Collins to start this 2nd quarter, but he's still on the sideline.
Something going on there.
Spartans now are going to get the football 1st and 10. They're at the 20-yard line, Dutchtown territory. And they've got DeAndre Ennis in at quarterback. Ennis keeps it, faked it to Palele. And Ennis had a little bit of running room to the far side toward the Spartan bench, shut down in a hurry.
Picked up some positive yards, right? The flow going all the way to the left. He kept it to the right. Couldn't keep contact with that cornerback, the wide receiver.
Ennis did a good job right there. That was a high snap.
Speed.
But that snap was high. He did a good job of pulling it in. And he ends up picking up 5 yards. So, 2nd down. Adam Miller now is going to come back in.
You think the Spartans right here would keep it on the ground?
Jarvis hadn't been in for the last couple of snaps.
Has not. He was hurt in last week's game.
Palele to the left of Adam Miller now on 2nd down and 5. Inside handoff by Palele. Boy, he keeps those legs churning. Didn't get a whole lot, but he got probably 2 yards more than what he could have after being hit initially. And now you're going to be looking at a third down. Spartans are going to line up at get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Third down and about 2.
They got to run the ball right here.
Palele breaks tackles. Palele with a first down run. And I would think that Coach Chris Daigle and the Griffins on defense right now not happy the way they're wrapping up.
Effort right there by Palele, jumping over that would-be tackle, be number 49. That would be
that's Lucas Shipman, the linebacker, and it's going to be first down and goal to go. Spartans are at the 6-yard line. Palele down to about the 1-yard line. You know when you're going good because that play was not a good design from the beginning because Miller and Palele bumped into each other.
There's somebody down for the Spartans right now.
But Palele able to go forward.
That's Palele again going down. Coming out the game, Jarvis
is back in.
Palele had that concussion last week. He's walking out right now. It doesn't look very good for East Ascension.
Put it down at the 2-yard line. It is second down and goal. Miller's going to go under center. That quarterback sneak from this formation most of the time. Got a late flag. Miller is in the end zone, but we do have a late flag.
This is going to be an interesting call right here. Let's see what he calls. When a quarterback sneak, I doubt if he'll call holding.
They're going to call
illegal push.
5-yard penalty.
Aiding the runner.
But I think what's interesting here, well, that was pretty much, it looked like a design play. I thought Miller had already got the 2 yards before the pushing from behind occurred, but yeah, this almost looked like it was designed. You can see one of the offensive linemen pulls and then just starts pushing from behind. I mean, it was almost too obvious.
Yeah, it was obvious.
Back at the 7-yard line.
I could see the push. I don't know who it was.
No, 55 was going to pull out. We'll take a look now as it's going to be at the 7-yard line. Pitch it back, Jarvis. Jarvis cuts it up to the 5, 4, maybe the 3, and it will bring up now third down. Watch 55.
Yeah, it is right there, yeah.
I mean, that was just all he was doing was trying to push. He wasn't trying to block. That's a good call by the officials.
Right there, he definitely was pushing the back.
But I don't know. I don't
think it was designed that way.
No, but I don't think he needed that to get in the end zone.
No.
As it is now, it's going to be third down and goal at about the 3.
Spartans have got to get out of this series with some points. Preferably, they would like a touchdown.
DeAndre Ennis. Ennis gets the snap. There are whistles. There is a flag. See if we have movement. If we did, it's going to be third down and 8 because it was third and goal from the 3.
Where the Spartans are walking back is going to be against them.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Spartans hurting themselves bad on this drive.
Well, East Ascension following the fumble by Mosley. They've already had one touchdown called back by Miller. That play looked like Ennis was going to get it in the end zone. I'm not sure if he ended up in the end zone or not. But it's going to now bring up third and goal at the 8-yard line. Spartans are going to line up in an I. The fullback will be Sparrow. Tailback is Jarvis. Play action Miller. Hit as he throws to nobody. Hits the crossbar and it's incomplete. See if the Spartans try to kick a field goal or not here as you see this incompletion on third down.
Field goal team coming and trying to hit Spellergene right there. Nowhere near him. Hit the goal post. And the Spartans will attempt to get 3 points here.
Mason Decato in to attempt the field goal. Spartans have only tried 2. They've been good on one of them, a 32-yarder. This would be basically a chip shot as far as field goals go. Miller's going to spot it down at the 15. It would be a 25-yarder. There's 9:18 to go in our first half. From 25 yards. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Tell you, that's a good job that time by Bateman. They had trouble handling that ball. Good job by Miller pulling it down. Bateman waiting. They almost blocked, but he got it through the goalpost. That's what counts.
Second field goal made of the year. Spartans lead now 11-0 on the EATEL Game of the Week. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body. For their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Mason Decato kicks it off. Across the way, Corey McBride with a nice return out around the 40-yard line, and that is where Mason Dickens and the Dutchtown Griffins will go on offense. Spartans able to take advantage of a couple of turnovers by Dutchtown as they've been able to turn those into 11 points as we watch McBride on the return.
We've seen him make a few pretty good returns in ball games there early. He's pretty shifty out there. No Landon Collins still on offense or either defense as we have 9:04 left in the second quarter.
So Dutchtown will begin this drive at their 39. This is their best takeover field position in this first half. They have pretty much been bottled up.
Yes, they have.
I'm not sure they've had a snap on the other side of midfield so far in this half.
They haven't.
Play action by Nickens. Wants to air one out. Got a receiver downfield. Got it. Big gain inside the 30-yard line. Markelius Holden ran a nice route and a nice throw by Nickens.
I tell you, here the defensive back beat wasn't even close. This is a great throw by Nickens and great catch by Holden over the shoulder grab for a big first down for the Griffins.
Markelius Holden with his second reception of the year. And all of a sudden now Dutchtown is in Spartan territory at the 28. And that's got the Dutchtown crowd in it. Been all EA so far.
They can strike quick. We've seen that all year long.
Nickens fumbled the snap, pick it up, fumbled it again, ball loose. And it looks like Nickens got it back.
I think he got it back.
Spartans had it surrounded. Boy, if Nickens got this back, Dutchtown caught a break.
Dex Tompley hitting from behind and drawing the ball loose. I tell you what, it looked like a Spartan had it, but Nickens was able to get that ball back. Good recovery that time by Mason.
DeAndre Darville had a bead on it on the ground, just couldn't get it.
Yeah, it looked like he was about ready to fall on it, but Nickens beat it to him.
Well, I thought he was trying to run with it.
Yeah, he was good pressure that time by Dex Tompley.
No gain, though. It's going to end up being 2nd down and 10. McGrath to the right. Nickens has still got it. Spartans have been bottled up. Boy, East Ascension did a good job that time, led by Donald Russell, number 94, as Nickens does penetrate inside the 25.
But this makes a difference, though, when you don't have Collins in that backfield when you fake one guy go the other way, okay? Let that defense run a little bit more loose than they could if Collins was in that ball game.
Again, Landon Collins has not played. He is in uniform. He is on the sideline. Apparently this is just a coach's decision why he has not played so far. This is going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Fullback in the formation is Davis. Nickens still has it. Nickens charges ahead to the 20. He is at the 19. He is shy of a first down.
Not by much.
It is going to be 4th down. So let's see what Coach Benny Saya does now. It looks like they're going to just go for it. 4th down and less than 1.
No doubt.
An 11-point lead for East Ascension with 7:20 and counting left in the half. No hesitation at all. 4th down and less than 1.
Mason Nickens should be the guy. Changing the play of the line of scrimmage.
4th down and less than 1. McGrath. First down. Drive's going to continue. McGrath inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line. So Dutchtown converts on 4th down.
Nice missed tackle right there. Washington kept his feet right there. Good run that time by McGrath.
Well, it looked like Darville had a good angle on McGrath, but McGrath's able to get by DeAndre and pick up the first down to move the sticks.
McGrath has rushed for over 300 yards. Coach Benny says he's been a real pleasant surprise for them on offense this year. Very high in this young man.
Spartans leading at 11-0. Dutchtown winners of 18 in a row in the regular season. And we're going to get a timeout call now. This timeout came from the sideline. Coach Benny Saya called it. So with 6:47 to go in our first half, there is a timeout. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Going to be first down now from the 11-yard line. McGrath is going to join Nickens in the backfield. Wide receivers, a pair of them to the near side. William Wyatt split far side, inside handoff, Mygrass. Wrapped up immediately by Villavasso. Tyler Villavasso met Mygrass in the hole. It's going to be a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 is coming up.
Villavasso was hurt the first 3 or 4 games of the year, back doing the punting for the Spartans, starting at linebacker. He's a senior, 5'10", 194. Pretty good football player. Coach Karen Melvin very happy to have him back in the middle of that Spartan defense along with Darville.
Well, he filled the hole that time and shut Mygrass down a yard upfield. From the 10 now, 2nd down. Mygrass. Nice cut upfield, inside the 5, spins to the 4-yard line. Good run inside by Mygrass. No doubt this is a spot where you would see Landon Collins as we go under 6 minutes left in the half.
But good
as
run,
Dutchtown plays without Landon Collins so far tonight.
Watch Mygrass. He saw he couldn't get outside. Right there, he decides to take it back. Met right there head on by number 32 of the Spartans, Ruben Stevens. A good run that time by Mygrass.
Spartan secondary, they'll hit you. They just don't have a lot of size in that secondary.
Well, they'll lay it to you. Big play right here.
3rd down now and a couple. Nickens still has it. Nickens has got a 1st down. Nickens, touchdown, Griffins. Touchdown on the board on a 5-yard. Mason Nickens touchdown run as he was able to get it going, and he spins in to the end zone.
Let's see if we're able to move in the Dutchtown backfield here. Right there, 33. Move before that ball was snapped.
Nice job by Nickens, though, able to spin.
Good run
at around the 2-yard line. Get it in the end zone for Mason. That is his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. He has now scored 12 touchdowns. Tyler Sorensen, 27 of 29 in extra points on the year, is in to try to make this a 3-point, make it a 4-point ball game.
Good
extra point is
there.
up and good. 5:28 to go before halftime. Score is 11-7. East Ascension looking to upset the number 2 team in the state. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Well, as Tyler Sorensen gets ready to kick off, we have a 4-point ball game now at 11-7. Sorensen normally boots it into the end zone, and he does it again here. And, you know, every play is important in a football game as the Spartan offense, Dutchtown defense comes out on the field. I would think right now with 5:28 to go in the half, this is a big drive for East Ascension because, number one, if you can get something going, pick up a few 1st downs, try to shorten the half and go to halftime with a lead. Oh, yeah, that would be so big as rather than just a 3-and-out right here. Of course, that's what Dutchtown wants, is just to get the football back.
I agree that. I think East Ascension's got to eat up some clock, possibly pick up some points, and take the momentum they have right now into the locker room at the half.
1st down now at the Spartan 20-yard line following the touchback. Pelele back in the ball game. He was the motion man. Pelele's got the handoff, and Pelele's got something going. He's got a 1st down out to the 30 and a couple of more yards, and that is a very aggressive 1st down run. Ball stolen away, but it was already blown dead, and this will be a Spartan 1st down out to the 32.
That was a very good run that time by Pelele. Young man out. Didn't practice much this week because of a mild concussion, but right there, he made most of the 8 or 10 yards on his own.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that Landon Collins is not going to play in the 1st half, although we see Collins with his headgear on now. Going to be 1st and 10 at their own 32 for the Spartans. Handoff goes to Jarvis. Jar Marcus steps out of bounds, and it is going to bring up a 2nd down coming up. So that will stop the clock. 4:50 left to go in this 1st half. Spartans have built up an 11-0 lead. Spartans have a trips formation out to the near side. Jarvis lines up to the left of Miller. High snap, pull it down. Oh, a nice hard run by Jamarcus Jarvis, dragging Elias to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be within about 2 yards of a 1st down.
Jamarcus Jarvis may have started off slow the first game of the season or so, but lately he has really been carrying his load and really been playing extremely well for the Spartans.
Well, we may get a sideline warning. We will on the Dutchtown side. Going to bring up third down now, and a little over 2 yards to go. It's a big play right here. If you get a first down here, you eat up more time on the clock.
They need it here.
Going to bring up third down and a long 2. Spartans tried to get them offside with the hard count. Dutchtown did not bite. Plenty of time left on the play clock. It's now at 10. Jarvis shifting to the left of Miller.
Got to be in Jarvis's hands right here, third and short.
And it is, and that's a first down run, and Jamarcus is off to the races. Right up the middle goes Jamarcus Jarvis. We've seen this play before. We see it again here tonight.
Tell you, good job by blocking up the middle of the line. I'll tell you what, watch right up the gut right here. Watch the blocking. Right there, he cuts right off the block of number 53. A missed tackle right there, right at the gut. Jamarcus Jarvis showing his speed as he outruns the secondary, and the Spartans take a big 17-7 lead. People are in shock here at this stadium.
Jamarcus Jarvis now with 8 rushing touchdowns on the year. He's now over 600 yards rushing on the year. And we have seen him put together some touchdown runs like that this season.
We have.
He has been a big play type of running back.
I tell you, basically, he's turned into an outstanding running back in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Well, you had a third down and a little shorter than 3 yards to go, and that's, you know, when the Spartans took over following that touchback, I had mentioned about the importance of trying to run some time off the clock, keeping the ball away from the Dutchtown offense. How about put some points on the board? And I got to believe that this, you know, when you go back and look at this is the 9th game in this series. This is by far the biggest shocker, I would think, because of how heavily favored you would expect Dutchtown to have been coming into this ball game.
Right. I mean, they're playing, you know, it happens a lot of times when you have third and short. You stack everybody up on that line of scrimmage. You're bringing those cornerbacks up, expecting to run, to make contact right past the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden the hole opens up before you can close down with your linebackers and your defensive back. Guys in the secondary, and he's gone.
Here's what has happened in the 8 previous meetings between these two teams. You can see from the top going down, Dutchtown has won 5 in a row, including last year. That 30-12 ball game, they really coasted to victory in that contest a year ago. In 09, 14-3, Dutchtown won in a defensive struggle that was played at Spartan Stadium. Last year's game also was here at Griffin Field. Mason Decato in to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and it is going to be good. Timeout on the field. We got 4:08 to go in the first half. Could this be the night the Griffins' 18-game win streak comes to a close? Dutchtown trails the Spartans right now by 11. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in the second quarter. Nice look at the home crowd here at Griffin Field tonight. The band is already in the end zone. They are going to be performing at halftime. But a big crowd here tonight watching this Ascension Parish matchup between Dutchtown and East Ascension.
Dennis Aronzalette back for the Spartans.
Spartans have everybody up at the line of scrimmage. They're coming after it.
Nice high kick.
Doesn't have a lot of distance. And this punt's going to be down to around the 23-yard line. And I'm a little surprised the Spartans went after the punt right there rather than just play it safe.
I don't think they really gave a hard rush that time. I think it slowed everybody down, maybe giving the Ronstad a low chance to run it back. But for the Spartans right now, they need to eat up some clock and get out of here with an 11-point lead at this half.
That's Landon Collins right there. He's been on the sideline all night long.
He's getting close. He's got a helmet on now.
Well, he's been on the sideline with his helmet in his hand. He put it on about a series ago.
Getting
718 yards rushing through 6 games.
12 touchdowns. This is
Jamarcus Jarvis. The last time Jamarcus touched it, he took it to the house for a touchdown. You know, we saw Leonard Tillery last week from McKinley. You got Jamarcus Jarvis. They got some good running backs in this district.
I tell you, a lot of teams have the offense in this district are pretty good. They can move the ball.
About a 2-yard gain. Spartans really not in a hurry right now.
I wouldn't be.
2nd down and 8. Now, I would think if
nobody in this house was expecting this score at the half.
Oh, no, I wasn't expecting it the other way. I would have expected to be more than an 11-point advantage for Dutchtown.
Looking at both teams coming in, yes.
Spartans just chewing up some time on the play clock right now. This is Jamarcus Jarvis again. Dutchtown rallies the forces, knocks him down for a very short game. Let's see if Dutchtown wants to play the timeout game here. They just want to get this thing to halftime. As you're looking at about a 3rd down and 6, as you see the backside of Jamarcus Jarvis.
Well, if they could force a punt right here, they could really put a punt rush on them, put a lot of pressure on East Ascension.
But the play clock hadn't started yet. Now they start the play clock. Spartans can run this thing all the way down to 20 seconds left in the half.
Still, I wouldn't want to punt.
Well, no, they can run it out.
Yeah, run it out. They should be able to run out.
Appear to be anxious to stop the clock. If I'm EA, I just use up the whole play clock. 3rd down, 6. Give it to Jarvis again. Now Dutchtown will use a timeout, and it's going to come with 29 seconds left in the half.
I think I'll put the pressure on the punter right here.
29 seconds remaining. The number 2 team in the state, Dutchtown, down 18-7. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. So in to do the punting is Tyler Villavasso. He punted 5 times last week against McKinley for homecoming.
And that's going to
be his first punt attempt tonight.
And not putting a rush on the kicker. Good snap. Pretty good punt.
Nice kick. Corey McBride is back. McBride is going to go down.
Coverage.
McBride fumbles the football. Spartans are going to get it. No idea what McBride was doing. There's 15 seconds left in the half. No idea what McBride was doing. He looked like he tried to lateral the ball at the last minute.
Good job right there with Darren Sharp putting a lot of pressure on him right there. Then 2016 comes in. Looks like he's throwing the ball away. Spartans right there come up with him. They're going to have a couple of shots at the end zone right here.
I don't know, though, if his knee wasn't down before he actually lateraled the ball or threw the ball, because it looked like he was down on the ground.
No, it's not going to be called.
Oh, I know it won't be called because there's no review or anything, but watch the end of this play and see if before he tries to get rid of the ball, his knee is not down. Right there.
Close.
His hip was on the ground. Snap it back, Miller. Fake the pass, give it to Jarvis. Dutchtown does a good job, shut it down. Spartans are going to quickly call a timeout, 8 seconds left. And if nothing else, this could at least set up a field goal attempt. A little bit surprised they didn't try to throw the pass right there.
I was surprised. I thought they would take a shot into the end zone, maybe a screen pass. They gave it to Jarvis. Right here, they got to make their mind up right here. Are they going to go for a field goal right here?
They're going to go for the field goal right here because it looks like they're sending out Miller to hold.
Right.
They're setting it up, and where they are standing at, this is about a 34-yard field goal attempt if they try it.
They took the word out of my mouth right here. They got the lead 18-7, everything going their way. If they ever have a chance, a shot or a fake field goal, this could be it. I'm sure that Coach Daigle and his staff on the field are telling their kids, watch for the fake.
Spartan numbers coming into the ball game offensively. East Ascension, a little over 200 yards rushing. Spartans, when you analyze this first half, Easton, they played about as well as they could play in this first half of this football game.
Coming off of last week's homecoming loss to McKinley, a game they were supposed to win, I've got to give them credit for playing pretty exceptional football game in this first half.
So 8 seconds remaining. They will try the field goal. It's going to be spotted down. Put it down to the 24, so this is going to be a 34-yard attempt. Mason Decato already has one tonight. This would be his 3rd of the year. So with 8 seconds left, Spartans aren't going to waste any more time. They're just going to go for it here. This is from 34 yards out. Adam Miller is your holder. Spotted, put down. Kick is up. And the kick is going to be off to the left and no good. And with 2 seconds, 1 second left, Dutchtown is going to dodge a bullet right there.
Yep.
Because the Spartans took over for the 3rd time following a Dutchtown turnover.
It took a long time.
This time they were unable to get the points up.
It took a long time in snapping that football that time.
So we'll see if Mason Nickens just takes a knee.
Should take a knee right here. See Christie going back in what you would say the game-winning set. The victory formation, so I think Nickens will take a knee.
So Dutchtown, they have been sloppy at times in this first half. Spartans have taken advantage. This will be the final play of the half. And East Ascension trying to upend the number 2 team in the state. Spartans have a lead right now of 18-7 as we get ready to go to break here on our EATEL Game of the Week. Coach Benny Saya is going to be talking with Jenny LeVere. And let's go down right now to Jenna and Coach Benny Saya.
Coach, this is the second week in a row that you're playing an Ascension Parish rivalry. Tell me your thoughts on the first half.
Well, we did about everything wrong you could do. You know, hopefully we can get in at halftime, get some stuff corrected, and play a little better second half.
What adjustment should we expect to see in the second half?
Well, hopefully we won't drop the ball. That'll be one of them. You know, I just think we just got to protect the ball and we got to tackle better.
All right, Coach, good luck and thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Jenna, good job. And Coach Saya, always the gentleman. You know he's not a very happy camper right now, but you couldn't tell by his answers that he was giving Jenna. But I would think there'll be a little bit of a talking to coming up at halftime.
I think there'll be a little talking to coming up at halftime, and in all probability we're going to see a different look in the backfield and the defense secondary for the Griffins that could put a little bit more pressure on the Spartans.
Dutchtown band's coming up, plus our halftime activity. Spartans lead by 11 at intermission on the EATEL Game of the Week.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Hi, we are live with the PPTV network, where one of the top athletes is about to make his important decision. We know his character, and nothing will hold him back.
I'm glad to have my family and friends here for this choice. It's more than my career. It will affect the rest of my life. I choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
The decision is in. Why choose Peak?
The reputation and their record of success is unmatched.
When it matters most, another patient chooses Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Well, we are back here at halftime as And a shocker, we've been talking about it the whole first half. East Ascension leading the number 2 ranked team in the state, 18-7. Dutchtown played the first half without Landon Collins. We do expect to see him in the second half. And it is going to be interesting to see these next 24 minutes. But before all of that happens, let's go down and get the Dutchtown sound. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Well, as we prepare for the second half, can the Spartans hold on to an 11-point lead, which they have at the half, under a full moon? And what will Landon Collins playing in the second half? Will that propel Dutchtown to remain unbeaten in the regular season? All that's coming up in the next 24 minutes as Dutchtown gets ready to kick off in this third quarter.
Well, Landon Collins is high-fiving everybody in the sidelines right now. His helmet is on, and I think we're going to see him in right after this kickoff.
So East Ascension probably playing their best half of the season and building an 18-7 halftime lead. Spartans led 8-0 at the end of one. Tyler Sarensen, who normally kicks them into the end zone, will kick off to start this second half. Another booming kick. And the Spartans are going to begin at their own 20-yard line. And the Dutchtown crowd is in it because number 2 is back out on the field. First half numbers, Spartans with 9 first downs to only 5. Spartans with over 200 yards of offense in that first half.
I tell you, Jamarcus Jarvis at 102 yards rushing and 14 carries. The Spartans with 158 total yards rushing the football. Not for Dutchtown, only 65 total yards running the football.
Well, you don't normally see a crowd jacked up like the Dutchtown home crowd is right now for the first snap of the third quarter. But they got their big play guy back in the ball game as this handoff's going to go inside. And Jamarcus Jarvis, make that Sione Palele is going to go down for no gain. And you can just feel the adrenaline right now rushing through this Dutchtown side.
I tell you what, on this sideline first half, on this side, you hear anything, they are rocking right now because of the presence of number 2.
Palele starts in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Adam Miller. DeAndre Ennis has also gotten some snaps in the ball game. Ennis actually scored the first points of the ball game in the first quarter. Second down and 10 now comes for East Ascension. Miller throws a pass, and it is going to be in and out of the hands of the wide receiver. That was Tyler Briley. Might have looked to run before he had the ball, and it's going to be incomplete.
This was a very successful pass. East Ascension really had a lot of success with early in the season. Last couple of ball games, though, they have not had that type of success.
Landon Collins did not play in the first half. He's back in on the defensive side. We'll also, I'm sure,
see him
in the backfield as well on offense.
He's a lone safety right now for the Griffins. You have to be careful if you throw the ball right now. They go to the 2 deep coverage now.
Third down and 10. Spartans now with a 5 wide receiver set. This is Sparrow going in motion. Miller sets up over the middle, picked off just like that. Intercepted by Alex Thibodeau. Thibodeau on the return inside the 15-yard line, and Alan Miller tried to throw that in between a bunch of Griffins, and that was easy pickings for Alex Thibodeau, a catcher in baseball.
Miller brings him down, but that ball was thrown. Would have had 3 defensive backs, no chance.
Boy, you couldn't have scripted it any better for Dutchtown. You let the defense do the job, and Landon Collins is going to get a block. Good
right there.
God almighty.
I would say that's a pretty decent block.
He wiped out Michael Sparrow.
And here he is in the backfield, and this Griffin crowd is just electric right now. Standing ovation, thinking about what's to happen.
Turnover gives him the ball now at about the 13-yard line. To the left of Mason Nickens, that is Landon Collins. His first touch of the night, and look at that, folks. It's that easy for Landon Collins as he scores his 13th rushing touchdown of the year.
But give credit to the offensive line because that was a huge hole that time for Landon Collins to run through. It wasn't done just by himself. He shows the type of athlete he is right there. But that was just a huge hole opened by the Dutchtown offensive front.
Well, disciplinary reasons had him on the sideline in the first half, his first touch of the ball game.
There's the great block right there, number 43.
And for Landon Collins now, he has scored his 14th touchdown of the year. Tyler Sarensen in to attempt the point after.
Blocked by John
28
Saxon.
of 30. And this kick is up, and it is true. It only took 57 seconds. Spartans with an interception on their third down play, and Dutchtown takes it to the house. And with 11:03 to go in the third, score now is a 4-point lead for EA. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in the third quarter. So Villavassa will punt on 4th down and 7. So the Spartans have really not been able to do anything to begin this third quarter.
Needs a good kick here.
Fair catch call for, taken in by McCrory. And Dutchtown's going to get good field position. Landon Collins has had one touch running the football tonight, and he ran it in for a touchdown. And Dutchtown, who has never led in this game, they'll get the football now at their own 41-yard line, and Landon Collins and Mason Nickens and the Griffins offensively come back out on the field with 9:32 left in the third.
Now Landon Collins, 44 rushes, 13 touchdowns. That's almost unheard of.
Collins to the right of Nickens on 1st down. Here goes Landon.
And he got hit right there now.
Spartans did a good job that time to wrap him up.
Good hit
Collins
right there.
is going to end up gaining about 5. And we got a player down. It looks like it's going to again be the fullback, Michael Davis. Davis got banged up and went down in the first half, and he's down again.
He had a good hit right there. Looked like Jalen Watts, number 29.
Spartans had that thing cordoned off pretty well. Darren Sharper also another one that
forced him back to the inside. He's trying to get outside. They cut back to the inside. Sharper got a hand on him, and Jalen Watts finished him off.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. 2nd down and 5 now as Davis able to walk off under his own power. Antoine Mygrass, the running back in the first half. Option Nickens. He'll keep it. 1st down run for Mason Nickens and the Dutchtown Griffins.
But good job that time by Mason Nickens. He's running the option. Of course, the pitch man was going to be Landon Collins. He saw EA had Landon Collins covered that time, so he does what a good quarterback does. He takes it, as you're going to see right here, cut it up and pick up his 5 or 6 yards. Good job by Mason Nickens.
Austin Hendrickson is the fullback position right now. Hendrickson taking the place of Michael Davis. 1st and 10 Griffins. Here's Landon Collins. Boy, and EA shut it down. Dex Tomplay. Tomplay wrapped up Collins. And Landon just did not have a lot of room to run, and he goes down after gaining about a yard.
Big defensive end, Dex Tomplay, number 9, 6'2", 227 pounds, had 22 tackles and 4 sacks coming into tonight's ball game. Did a good job that time of corralling Landon Collins.
Under 8:25 now left in the third.
See right here, Dex Tomplay will come right there, get him from behind. Got a little help from a few people, though.
Spartan 11-point lead is down to 4.
Blitz that time.
Boy, and the Spartans surround Landon Collins. Boy, East Ascension's defense now, they are jacked up on this second possession of the half by Dutchtown. And East Ascension has bottled up Collins 2 plays in a row, and he's going to end up losing a yard after those 2 carries.
Tell you what, you don't see that very often, stopping Collins 2 plays in a row. But EA came that time from an outside blitz, and Collins had just nowhere to go. He tried to come back and ran right into the pursuit.
Well, let's see what Dutchtown does now on what's going to be 3rd down and 11. They're at the Spartan 47-yard line, and East Ascension jumps
3rd
offside.
and 6. That changes the whole complexion of what they were going to do here.
So from a 3rd and 11 to a 3rd down and 6.
Can't jump off sides. Coaching staff not very happy.
encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
You know, with 7:39 to go in the third, I mean, of course, you're dealing with high school kids and what ifs and all that. But had the Spartans played with this type of enthusiasm a week ago.
You know, you got to go back again. It was homecoming.
It was homecoming.
Takes a lot out of you.
It sure
This is a
seemed
different
to
ball
last
club
week.
we saw last week.
Oh, no, that's the point. No doubt about it. Here we go on third down. This is Collins, and he's wrapped up again.
Good job.
And for the first time this year, there is a fumble. Let's see if it came after the whistle or not. It's recovered by Dutchtown. And I don't think we've had this year on the EATEL Game of the Week, Landon Collins stopped 3 plays in a row like that.
I don't think they've had it in any game they have played this year. He's been stopped 3 times in a row.
I don't know if we've seen him touch it 3 times without one of the 3 being a touchdown.
East Ascension's defense made a statement right there.
They sure did. And Terry Hughes is out to punt. A little bit of confusion right now what they want to do, and Dutchtown's going to call a timeout.
Right.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Well, here we go on what will be 4th down and 5. Dutchtown is at the Spartan 41, and they are going to go for it.
Let's see if they use Collins as a decoy. I doubt it. I think he's got to be the guy.
Mason Nickens, Collins to the right. They run the option. Nickens is going to keep it, and he is not going to make it.
I don't think he is either. Same play that
if the near side official spots it, it's a first down.
He spotted it. He has the offense coming on the field, but I don't think he's going to send him back. This is going to be a critical spot right here. It's going to be close, Mr. Boudreaux.
No, this is a first down.
Yeah, I think it is. I thought the spot was not good, but from right here, it looks like the first down.
I didn't think on the run he had it at all.
No, I didn't think he had it at all either.
He wasn't even close.
Doesn't matter anymore because they're going to stretch that chain. This will signify a first down.
Wow.
That's 2 weeks in a row he has been a victim of a questionable spot.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to get a side look at that, but I thought he was almost stopped a full yard shy of a first down.
I didn't think it was a yard shy, but I thought he was shy. But again, a good play by Nickens.
Let's put it this way. When the near side official started running in,
you knew
he was on the 37.
Yeah.
When he stopped, he put it down at the 36. First down, Dutchtown. Good effort by Nickens that time because it didn't look like there was any chance he had of getting those 5 yards.
He ran the option extremely well. He did a great job.
But he did the job, got it done. Here we go, play action. Downfield they go. Osborne, what a grab at the 15-yard line. Alec Osborne picks a great time for his 4th catch of the year.
Good throw by Nickens right there. Almost had it picked off. What a job of concentration by Osborne coming down with that football.
Reuben Stevens all over Osborne, but he brought it down and has the big completion at the 15-yard line.
And that was a good play call that time. A good fake inside to Landon Collins, holding everybody. Then a perfect throw from Nickens to Osborne.
Oh, this is where you got to be aware of Landon Collins. You got to be aware of him everywhere. But right here, he smells the goal line, and here he goes. There he goes, folks. 2nd straight touchdown for Landon Collins in the half. And the Griffins have their first lead of the night.
Great blocking again by everyone. Nobody even laid a hand on him. A great job of blocking by the right side of the line, and also the wide receivers for the Griffins, enabling Collins to pick up his 2nd score.
It may or may not eventually end up mattering, but boy, that spot was big on that drive with 5:56 left to go in the 3rd. Dutchtown's got their first lead of the night now at 20-18. Extra point attempt coming up by Tyler Sorensen. Austin Brown's going to check in the ball game right now, and what a difference Landon Collins makes offensively, defensively, in your kick game.
Anything.
As he took that one in for a score. Sorensen's point after is up, and it is good again. 5:56 left in the 3rd. You're watching the EATEL Game of the Week, Week 7. Griffins have their first lead of the night. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in the third quarter. Villavasso into punt again on what's going to be 4th down and 9 for East Ascension. Touchdown with the punt return on. Villavasso gets a nice high hanger. Brought in by McBride. McBride's got something working, or is that Mosley? That's Mosley on the return. Yeah. Mosley out across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. So Torrance Mosley caught it in traffic, took a chance, and it pays off with good field position.
I tell you, I think East Ascension thought he was going to call a fair catch. He had 3 guys around him. He split 2 of them. He just ran right by 2 guys. They never even laid a hand on him.
Well, from what I've seen with Mosley and McBride, I don't know if they even know you can fair catch. They seem to just
they think they can run them all back.
They live dangerously back there. They don't want a fair catch. They want to run.
If you're a coach, you have a heart attack.
So at their own 43, there's 3:01 left in the third. Dutchtown now trying to build on their 3-point advantage. Here goes Landon Collins bouncing around, cuts it back, 50, 40, out of bounds. Another run by Landon Collins, first down run. Boy, he is a handful.
Spartans that time had a good chance to stop him for maybe a yard or 2 gain, but he just ran away from 2 or 3 of them. And you can watch it right here. There's a guy right there, had one chance, he just pushed him off. The other tackler comes up, he pushes him off before finally they get him out of bounds.
How about this thought, though? He was held out, a coach's decision, did not play in the first half. So now in the second half, you got to try to tackle a fresh
That's what I'm saying.
Landon Collins who hadn't played at all.
I said that at the half. He's coming in here fresh.
1st and 10 now at the Spartan 37. Keeper by Nickens. Nice hard run by Mason for 5. They fake it to Collins. Nickens kept it, got 5 tough yards. Mason has thrown his first interception of the year, which is an impressive statistic now that we're in game 7.
But it's tough if you're a defensive player. When you fake that ball to Collins and Nickens keeps it himself, that's quite a twosome right there.
Give him close to 6 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Collins lines up to the right of Mason Nickens. Good look at Mason, the junior. Here goes Landon. Spinning around, spins again. Right near the first down sticks at the 28-yard line. And, you know, even though the Spartans have relinquished the lead that they had at the half, they've really done a pretty good job in this quarter of containing Landon Collins as much as we've seen him contained this year.
It's no doubt in my mind. It's the most we've seen him carry consecutively carries, you know.
Right.
Not only comes in, he scores a couple touchdowns and leaves, but, you know, I think the Spartan defense has done a good job. But if you give him any breathing room at all to get past the line of scrimmage, you're in trouble.
Well, he just puts so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
3rd down and 1 now.
They could fake this right here to Collins and Nickens keep it, but I don't think they will, but that'd be one heck of a play.
Landon spins his way to a first down. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but able to fall forward. One of the first to hit him was Donald Russell, but Collins and Dutchtown will get a first down at the 25 with 90 seconds left in the third. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. So it's going to be 1st down and 10. Clock's at 1:30 to go in our third quarter. Collins lines up this time to the left of Nickens. And here goes Landon Collins. Boy, how about that for 7 quick yards? Down at the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 3 will be coming up, and watch how quick this happens.
But look at the blocks he gets also, and it's a nice hole. When he hits a hole like that, he slid through that hole right there, like sideways, and picked up a quick 7.
So 2nd down and short coming up. Under a minute now left in the third. Dutchtown looking to add to their 3-point lead. They trailed 18-7 at the break. Nice end zone look at the junior quarterback, Mason Nickens. Fumble. Ball on the deck. Looked like Dutchtown able to get it
They got
back.
it back.
That was a break right there because that was just a bad exchange, quarterback to running back.
Very bad exchange. Right, hit him right up in the elbow almost right there. Running back a little bit too close to the quarterback.
So clock winding down. Dutchtown can let the clock run out if they want. See if they decide to run another play or not before the quarter ends. Third down and about 3 coming up. Nickens calling the play at the line of scrimmage. Here goes Landon Collins. There goes Landon Collins, and it's going to be first down and goal to go when the fourth quarter begins, as that is the final play of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we start quarter number 4, but before we do that, let's go down to the sidelines and check in with our own Jenna LaVere.
Don't forget to join us for the upcoming EATEL games of the week. Next week, we're going to see more of the Griffins as they play Woodlawn for their homecoming game. We're going to have all the festivities, a great halftime show, the presentation of the 2011 Homecoming Court and the 2011 Homecoming Queen, so we're excited to see that. Then next week, we're going to see more of the Griffins as they go on the road to play against McKinley, so don't forget to join us for the EATEL game of the week. Back to you guys.
All right, Jen, and that should be Woodlawn at Dutchtown homecoming coming up on the 21st and on the 28th. Dutchtown will be in Baton Rouge at McKinley. We will have that coming up for you as we get a look at the big crowd watching the number 2 ranked Dutchtown Griffins, the home crowd here at Griffin Field. Nice crowd of Spartan fans also across the way. Been a good football game. Of course, it's been a ball game that Landon Collins was held out of in the first half. Here's a look at how things stood going into tonight. Dutchtown, of course, atop the district. You got Dutchtown Catholic and McKinley, all winners in the first week of league play. East Ascension, of course, with a tough assignment of trying to get their first district win, playing the number 2 team in the state tonight. Going to be first down and goal to go now as we begin the final quarter. Ball just inside the 5. We'll call it at the 4. Collins with 2 second-half touchdowns already. Make it 3 touchdowns in the second half as Landon Collins from 4 yards out in the end zone, and he's now got 16 on the year.
See right there, nice run by Landon Collins. Stats for 3 quarters, yards rushing. East Ascension 163. They had 158 at the half. 164 for Dutchtown. They had 68 at the half. Total yards, East Ascension 213, Dutchtown 239. Time of possession, East Ascension 18:49, 17:11 for Dutchtown.
Well, you knew Landon Collins was going to make a difference in this second half. 3 touchdown runs, and Dutchtown once trailed in this ball game 18-7. Looking for their 4th straight extra point of the night from Tyler Sorensen. And that kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. Got 11:55 left in Week 7. Dutchtown stretching their lead. It's now 28-18 over the Spartans. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. Lyle Boudreau along with Easton Roth and Jenna LaVere. We are back at Griffin Field. We'll be back here next week as it's going to be homecoming. We're going to have that for you here on the EATEL Game of the Week. East Ascension had their homecoming last week. You were able to see all those festivities here on EATEL 4. Next week it's going to be Dutchtown's turn. Tyler Sorensen does what he does best, kicking off, and that's kicking into the end zone.
And that's the difference.
And every drive tonight that East Ascension has had, at least in the second half, every one of these drives that began at the 20-yard line, Spartan offense really has not done much at all in this second half.
Well, in the third quarter alone, Landon Collins 11 carries for 79 net yards. There's a lot of ball games he didn't carry 11 times the entire ball game.
Well, you know, he did get the 3 scores in the second half, but the Spartans have made him work for it.
Yes.
You got to at least give EA credit for that.
They did make him work a lot harder than a lot of other teams have this year.
We've seen him run it a couple of times where it just
untouched.
It just looked too easy. From their own 20-yard line now with 11:55 to play. Miller pulls down the high snap. And a run is going to be for short yardage. This is Michael Sparrow on the carry, and You know, we talked about it, even though Collins plays in the secondary, it just looks like those 7 guys up front play with a little bit more energy, a little bit more giddy up in their step.
Well, I think they played a little bit more giddy up, but I think a lot of it was done at the halftime to that defense, but the defensive coaches and Bennett say to kind of wake them up a little bit also. Because they had different defense up front, okay, than what they wore in the first half.
Second down now and about 8 yards to go for EA. Pelele is going to line up in the backfield now with Miller. Spartans are going to try to throw. They do throw short to Pelele.
They got a flag.
And there will be a flag on the play.
They were trying to throw a little screen that time to Pelele, but Dutchtown really had that smelled out.
Thrown by the umpire, and apparently we got an ineligible receiver downfield as we get a look at the Dutchtown sound in the stands.
Is that the Dutchtown or was that EA?
Going to walk it off.
Illegal man downfield on the offense. Still first down, 5-yard penalty.
Nothing seems to be going right for the Spawns as it did in the first half.
Well, second down now coming up. Second down and long. Spartans need to get it out to the 30-yard line. Quick pass out here is going to be dropped. And, you know, it's a game of 2 halves here because as well as the Spartans played in the first 24 minutes, these second half minutes have not been near as kind.
Not at all. You know, Spartans were leading, we said before, 18-7. They got the ball. When they threw that pick to open up their first minutes of the third quarter, this whole game has turned around immediately.
Pelele in the backfield now with Miller. All day to throw against a 3-man rush. Miller just hairs this out downfield, and there will be no flag. Spartans could have been called for offensive pass interference.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that was a penalty against Dutchtown. I thought the receiver ran over the defensive back for Dutchtown. And you can see this right here. Good throw by Miller, but watch the end of the play right here. The Spartan receiver going downfield. He just, I don't think there's interference at all.
So Spartans have had a few of these in this second half, 3 and outs.
And that's
Spartans are going to be forced to punt again as Tyler Villavasso is going to stand inside of his 10-yard line. Dutchtown is going to get great field position with 10:49 to go in this ball game. Villavasso doesn't get his usual hang time on this one. And it will take a nice Spartan roll. It's going to end up being a nice punt, good net, because there will be no return. And it will be down to the 35-yard line. See if Landon Collins is going to come back out on the field with the offense or not.
It'd be interesting if he does right now. Dutchtown leading by 10. He's had 12 carries in this ball game in less than a quarter in one play. And I'm looking out right now, and I don't see him coming into the ball
Dutchtown well
game.
in command now, 28-18. The defense has come out here with a different attitude. Spartans had success in the first half moving the football. That has not at all been the case in the second half.
A little attitude adjustment on that defense for the Griffins.
Snap it back. This is going to be a keeper by Nickens. Mason straight up the middle, crosses the 40 out to the 41. He faked the handoff to Antoine Magras. Nickens kept it, got 6 yards. It's going to be second down and 4.
You look at Mason Nickens for the year, he's getting close to 1,000 yards of total offense through 7 games, and that young junior's really having a heck of a year at quarterback for Dutchtown.
Well, Dutchtown, as they, really except for last year with Leon Bluen, they just have always run the football.
That's been their thing.
They've just never really thrown the football. They did last year. This is Magras straight ahead. Looks like he might have got a lot more than the 4 yards he needed for the first down. Spartan shut it down, but it will be a first down right at the 45-yard line.
If you want to run the football, which Dutchtown does, they've always had a very good offensive line, well-coached offensive line by Coach Bill Jones. And if you want to run the football, it starts up front. You got to have the horses up front. Not even the horses, just guys that are well-coached on the offensive line.
First and 10 now at their own 45-yard line. Magras, 5 yards to midfield, and You know, if things continue the way they are right now, we go under 9.5 to go. In essence, Landon Collins will have played a quarter in this football game and scored 3 touchdowns. He got one to begin the fourth quarter.
That's about his rate.
But, I mean, he's only going to end up playing a quarter, and that's kind of – I don't know if he's played 3 quarters in a football game all year.
I don't think he has.
He might have against Dutchtown because that game was fairly close.
Yeah, they just spotted. They telling you where they're running the football. That little guy slot, in that little slot between the tackle and the guard. That's where they've been going every single time. This time to go away from him.
Nickens is going to keep it, breaks tackles, and picks up about 3 yards before being spun down by Jalen Watson. You know, what Dutchtown's doing here, Easton, is I think what good football teams do is we watch the end of the run by Nickens.
Keep the ball.
Well, no, just keep the clock running.
Oh, definitely. Hey, you got the lead. You got a 10-point lead. Why risk anything?
Why throw the ball when they can't stop you run, and within 3 downs you're able to get first down?
And what I would do right now, I'd be very careful, too, but how many times you give the football number 15, Mason Nickens, okay? You want to keep him healthy also. It's very important to this football team.
Dutchtown next week has the Woodlawn Panthers coming to town. There'll be the same distractions next week for Dutchtown that there were last week for East Ascension because it's going to be homecoming. Then next week's going to be the final regular season home game for Dutchtown. They'll go to McKinley as this is a first down run by McGrath, breaks tackle, spins, and he's off to the races. Didn't quite have a good enough burst at the end to outrun the Spartan defenders. I thought for a moment he might have it to the flag, but they were able to run him down and knock him down with a big run by McGrath.
Great block right there by number 58 for Dutchtown Griffins again. And that young man right there, Adam Rhodes.
So it's going to be a first down, but next week will be the final regular season home game because Dutchtown will go to McKinley in week 9. Then they play at Olympia week 10 as they'll play Catholic High at Olympia. First down around the 12-yard line now. Clock moves under 8 minutes remaining. Fumble. Nickens is going to go and pick it up. Got on it with a knee. Knocked down by Dex Tomplay.
He was already down. Dex kind of put a little lick on him right there.
Well, it looked like it almost looked like Mason wanted to pick it up and run, but then he was thinking, you know what, I better cover it.
Yeah.
And there was kind of like that little indecision there. And Dex Tomplay kind of went in and put him ended any thoughts.
Well, that was a good job again by Nickens. So don't try to run the ball. Hey, just hold on to the football. It's your football. The way things are going, you're going to win this football game.
And bad news for EA. Number 2 is back in the ball game, and number 2 for Dutchtown is Landon Collins. He comes back in on 2nd down and 19.
You think he may be going to the wide side of the field to the right here?
Could be a decoy.
No decoy here.
He's going to keep it, cuts it up. And again, we've seen a lot of times this year he'll just take that to the house. He doesn't here. He'll get down to the 14-yard line, and it is going to bring up 3rd down.
Picks up a good kick-out block that time, too, from number 42, Kendall Lomas.
Landon Collins did not play in the first half. I think a lot of people were surprised, even without Landon playing in that first half, the score, because it was an 18-7 Spartan lead. Under 7 minutes now left in the ball game. Dutchtown in no hurry, letting the clock run. 3rd down and long. Collins, this is going to be his 4th touchdown of the half with 6:45 to go in this football game. Landon Collins has scored his 4th time in the half.
Watch the last 3 or 4 or 5 yards. Just pulling people with him into the end zone shows you the strength he has besides his speed.
Landon Collins now has 17 touchdowns on the year, 16 rushing. And when you consider how little he has played in some games offensively,
plus a number of carries compared,
that is some amazing statistics. Tyler Sirensen in to attempt the extra point. It was 18-7 at the half, East Ascension, but a complete turnaround in this second half. Sirensen's extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 6:43 to go in our ball game, we got a score of 35-18. Dutchtown is on top, and we're going to send it back downstairs to Jenna LaVere.
Joining us down on the field is Miss Kayla Cobb. She's a senior here at Dutchtown High School. This has been a big year for you. First, I want to congratulate you because a couple weekends ago you won Miss Boucherie for the Sorrento Festival. That's awesome. But you're also a member of the homecoming court this year. How many girls are selected and how do they get selected?
There are 17 girls on the homecoming court this year, which is a big, but we're the smallest in Ascension Parish. We get on the court by being nominated by different teams and clubs and organizations. For example, I got nominated by the boys track team, which was an honor because I didn't expect that. And you can get nominated by the football team, multicultural, National Honor Society. It just all depends.
And so I've also heard that you're a member of the track team as well, and you're also part of cross country, and you've won a big award. Tell us about that.
My sophomore year, my freshman sophomore year, I went to state. My sophomore, I set the record in the 400-meter run. I ran 56 seconds, and it was weird because I didn't expect it at all. No one expected it. It was a great honor, and we've won district champs 3 years in a row, and it's going to be a good season.
Tell us about some of the festivities you got going on this week for school.
Well, on Wednesday we're all getting together and going out to eat. On Thursday we have the actual parade or going around Cobblestone, and Friday is the pep rally, and then we actually get in our suits and walk down with our parents, which is going to be great. And then Saturday's actually homecoming, but we have homecoming week, and Tuesday we dress up like animals in safari. Wednesday's I think flashback day, and Thursday's dynamic duo, and then Friday you show your Griffin spirit. It's going to be a fun week.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see you on the field. I bet you're going to look beautiful, and good luck for the rest of your senior year and with track coming up.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jenna. That's a nice job there, as we'll be seeing that young lady as well as the Dutchtown homecoming court next week. That's all going to be part of our EATEL game of the week, as it will already be week 8 next year.
Closing
week 8,
in.
a little bit late for homecoming, but of course they stagger them out now where each of the schools here, East Ascension, Dutchtown, Santa Monica, have them on different Friday nights.
Which I think is good, though.
Oh, I think it's the way to go.
Because in this parish, you have a lot of relatives that have kids in different courts.
Briley makes this reception, and Briley's going to be brought down after about a 1 or 2 yard gain. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and long. And I tell you what, this Dutchtown defense, they probably had a little bit of a lecture at halftime. And they have responded in this second half because they have just totally shut East Ascension down.
Okay, they've done a good job up front, and those linebackers have been a lot more active than what they were in that first half.
And Landon Collins has taken care of business on the offensive end, scoring 4 second-half touchdowns. Spelagine shifts over to the far side of the field now on 3rd down. Miller looks to air one out downfield. No, he's going to go short. Got a receiver. It's going to be a 1st down. Good hit. Big collision. Michael Sparrow hit by Victor Mature. But it's going to be a 1st down at the 36-yard line. Watch this hard contact. Ball carrier and tackler.
Right there, Sparrow breaks across on open right there in a crossing route. Miller sees, and here comes Mature right there and really puts the pine to him.
Nice open field stop, but a 1st down by EA. Here's a swing pass out Palele. This young man, once he gets ahead of steam going,
he's tough.
He's got a 1st down run, and for the first time, I think, in this second half, Spartans are going to be in Dutchtown territory.
Well, it might be one of the few 1st downs they have made in this half.
I think the only other 1st down might have been that one on that pass interference call downfield. Clock's going to start. We're going to go under 5 minutes to go in our ball game now. Been a second half dominated by Dutchtown. Landon Collins with all 4 touchdowns. Tyler Sarensen all 4 extra points. And East Ascension not able to get anything going after getting 18 points in the first half. Here is a keeper by Adam Miller. Miller puts his head down and fights forward.
Still have a little fight in the Spartans. Well, everybody talks about Landon Collins, but on offense, this Dutchtown team has a few more weapons. Even though Collins is the big one, okay? They have some other weapons that can really hurt you.
Boy, Collins and David Crane went on head-on right there. Crane bringing down the Spartan senior quarterback. East Ascension now looking at a 2nd down and 4. We're going to go under 4.5 minutes left in this ball game. Miller, pass caught. 30-20, this is Ennis. Ennis is knocked out of bounds by Collins around the 4-yard line. So Miller to Ennis and a big gainer for East Ascension.
Yeah, good throw this time. It's going to be like a little comeback route for Ennis. He comes back, makes a good catch right there, makes a great spin move before he just knocked out of bounds right there by number 2, Collins. at about the 4-yard line, 3-yard line.
Well, how about that for closing?
Closing, he came from nowhere, okay?
Knocks him out at the 4-yard line, and now it's going to be Ennis at quarterback. Ennis has a 5-yard touchdown run, the first one of the night. And Ennis has got his second touchdown run of the night. So DeAndre Ennis catches it, and now he runs in for the score.
Good block by the fullback right there, Palele, taking out that linebacker, enabling Miller to get in there, Ennis to get in there for the touchdown.
You know, a nice job by Ennis. That's an offensive formation that the Spartans have had some success with. They hit Denham Springs for a big play on that same formation a couple of weeks ago. Mason Decato in now to attempt the point after with 4:15 to go in our ball game. Next week, the Woodlawn Panthers are going to be here. East Ascension is going to be entertaining the Catholic High Bears. Santamon will be entertaining McKinley, so all three Ascension Parish schools will be at home next week in Week 8. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Spartans had a 2-point conversion after their first touchdown when the snap was high and Miller couldn't handle it. But he threw to Devin Spelligan in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And now with 4:15 to go in this ball game, you would think that Dutchtown will just keep it on the ground and try and run the clock out. As it is, a little bit higher scoring ball game than I thought it would be, as you got 60 points on the scoreboard now with Dutchtown on top by 10. The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank Peak Performance Physical Therapy, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of the Dutchtown High Sports Medicine Program. Well, East Ascension setting it up right now as the Griffin cheerleaders wave to the EATEL cameras. And why not? Their school is going to win their 19th game in a row during the regular season. Spartans are going to go for the onside kick here. Takes that good bounce. Spartans got it, I believe. Boy, it took that good second bounce.
It did. That's what it takes.
And East Ascension was right there to recover.
Watch the bounce right there. There's the
Palele. Palele got it, and Spartans have their offense right back out on the field.
And then he got in the hurry-up mode right there, too. They're ready to snap the football right now as Dutchtown's defense is walking onto the field. Fisher standing over the ball. They're not going to go anywhere.
Well, it's a 10-point ball game, but I think we've seen enough tonight that Coach Say is going to have some things to talk to his football team about.
No doubt.
Here's Miller. Dropped by Briley. Coverage on the play was by Jacoby Bureau, who also did not play in the first half. They've had just the leads that they've had. They've outscored their opponents coming into the ball game 38 points a game to only 14. But there hadn't been a lot of close ball games. Second down and 15 now for the Spartans. Only a 3-man rush.
Good completion right there.
Just short of a first down. It's brought in by Ennis. Boy, DeAndre's really starting to make himself known. Didn't see a lot of him last week that I remember.
Nope.
Third down and about 2. Palele.
Not going to get it this time.
Well, the defense there said, that's enough. Fourth down. No choice but to go for it. Clock is under 3:10 to go in the game. Spartans trail by 10. Looks like Miller's going to take this snap under center.
Be tough on the quarterback sneak.
Palele, that's Landon Collins.
Okay,
Number 2.
Watch this close here.
Landon Collins came up from the secondary.
Right there.
Well, Dutchtown.
You saw him fill that hole right there.
Dutchtown in position right now at the 41-yard line to run the clock with 2:56 to play. Nickens in the ball game, still at quarterback. Mike Rass gets the handoff. And Mike Rass wrapped up by Dex Tomplay as Mike Rass gets it out near the 44-yard line. Nice look at Landon Collins. 4 rushing touchdowns on the night. Did not even play in the first half, but he made up for it in the second half.
Didn't take him long to make up for it. Dex Tomplay have a pretty decent game for the Spartans tonight on defense. Name's been called a lot and made a lot of good plays.
Well, we're going to have at the end of the season a little highlight package, that video we're going to put together for a certain player for Dutchtown. That's going to be a treat to watch. some of the runs that he's had during the course of this year. MyGrass. It's a tired Spartan defense he's running against right now, but MyGrass is in Spartan territory at the 40-yard line.
Spartan defense really been in the field a long time in this second half.
Well, it was newsworthy for a while. First 24 minutes saw East Ascension on top, 18-7. First double-digit deficit Dutchtown had faced in the regular season in forever. Nice look at MyGrass, the running back. Antoine, only a junior. Clock now at 1:40 and counting. First down and 10.
All-out blitz this time by the Spartans.
MyGrass is going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second down. And I think the Spartans have called a timeout. The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank SKR Construction Corporation, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Pico Builder Supply, Donaldsonville Glass and Body for their support of the EA Sports Medicine Program. After halftime, when number 2 put the headgear on to come back in the ball game, you could sense the home crowd getting behind the team. You could sense the defense turning it up a notch, and it just was a different ball game. It was a game of two halves, literally, tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And then, of course, you got 4 touchdown runs by Landon Collins in the second half. Made a big stop on a 4th down play a moment ago. Here is MyGrass carries the football down to the 35. Spartans are going to call another timeout. And this timeout's going to come with 1:24 to go in the game. But as we look ahead, so far, Dutchtown, they're going to be 7-0, 2-0 in league play. They'll have Woodlawn here next week on our EATEL game of the week. We'll go to Baton Rouge with them. They'll go to McKinley in week 9. Then they'll close out at Catholic High. Game will be played at Olympia. As we look at Dutchtown's body of work, and you know, back in March, once they had the reclass and everything, that Week 10 matchup, Dutchtown and Catholic High, looked like it was going to be a big, huge game at the time.
Playing for all the marbles.
But things have kind of gotten a little bit different as Catholic High went into play tonight with a record of only 1-5. And you see where Dutchtown ranks. They are number 2 in the state. There are 7 unbeaten teams left in the state. 2 of them are playing each other tonight, so somebody will go down there. And it looks like they'll probably or possibly end up being with about 4 teams unbeaten when the year is over with. But Dutchtown and St. Paul's have been right there 1-2 for weeks now.
Right, and St. Paul's has taken over the top spot in the power ratings also. Dutchtown 5 or 6, and the Griffins would really like to climb up there and get in that number 4, maybe 3 spot for the playoff start.
3rd down now, a keeper by Mason Nickens, and boy, look at him still running hard. Spartans holding on for dear life, but not until Mason Nickens has another 1st down. Boy, and that young man, he's a tough nut, isn't he?
Yeah, you know, Lyle too. I don't know what was the reason why Bureau and Landon Collins not start this ball game. You got to remember this. So, coach's worst nightmare on a Friday is not to have school. Okay, you don't have school. You get out of your routine and that type of stuff. And all coaches worry that something's going to happen. They're not in school. They get out of their routine. Probably was nothing serious that these 2 young men did at all, but just a little mistake, and Coach Sale just punished them for a little while.
Well, under a minute now to go, and Dutchtown is just going to take a couple of snaps from the victory formation. They've got themselves a 10-point lead. They'll do that one more time, and this football game will be over with. And Dutchtown will have won 19 regular season games in a row. That is an amazing number.
Yes.
Especially, you know, you consider the Bayou District last year.
The district they win.
And last year, if you remember, they played Lutcher, they played Parkview, they played quality West Jeff. Mm-hmm. They played quality non-district opponents before they got into district play. This will be the final snap of the ball game. Week 7 is now in the books. It'll be on the homecoming for Dutchtown next week for East Ascension. Spartans will be playing the Catholic High Bears. That will do it. Thanks for being with us as Dutchtown moves to 7-0. East Ascension is now 4-3. And that is your final score for Easton Roth and Jenna LeVere, along with our Pelican Sports production crew. Griffins win by 10 here tonight. I'm Lyle Boudreau. You have been watching the EATEL Game of the Week. Landon Collins put on quite a show for the fans in attendance in the second half as he rushed for 105 yards and 4 touchdowns as the Griffins rallied for their 19th straight regular season win and 6th straight over EA. Quarterback Mason Nickens added 111 yards rushing and passed for 85 yards for the undefeated Griffins. The Spartans were led by Jamarcus Jarvis, who rushed for 100 yards, including a 60-yard touchdown run, while DeAndres Ennis added a pair of rushing touchdowns for EA. I'm Lyle Boudreau. Thanks for watching, and also inviting you to join us next week for another edition of Ascension's Glory Days on the EATEL Game of the Week.